posting in accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code as amended, known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Any members of the public who wish to speak shall each have 5 minutes to address the court. 5 minutes is, we can set any time limit that we want to on that for people to speak. That's, we can make it a little longer or we can make it a little shorter. 5 minutes is, it just has to be reasonable. Do you think 3 minutes is reasonable?
What they can get off in 2?
2. It was supposed to be in 3, and they changed it to 2 because of the number of people that were there to speak.
So, I think we should decrease that a little bit. Decrease.
3.
All right. Item number 1 is to approve and pay the bills. List those. I have requested from the architect that he give us an updated bill, trying to get all that we can within this budget. And we also have the checks that we can get to E4, so they will hopefully get started on getting our stuff done. Any discussion on the bills? We have a motion on the bill.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Number 2 is to approve the Department of Motor Vehicles imposition of optional fees calendar for the calendar year 2024. And I believe that none of, you have a little list of that of them there, what they are. Has anything changed?
No, ma'am, and I don't recommend any changes.
No recommendation for a change. Do we have a motion to approve the fees?
I'll make that motion. Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Or no, motion carried. Item number 3 is to consider setting the polling places, times, and dates for the November 7th constitutional amendment election. There are only constitutional amendments on there this time. You have a list of what the election administrator has said. I don't have a very big turnout on those usually.
Done the same way we combined it last time. A little short deal.
I didn't get the number of people that voted, but it was very low.
I think they want to change nothing only for that small election. So we anticipate the turnout to be as important.
All right. Do we have a motion to set the polling places, times, and dates as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? No, motion carried. Item number 4 is to discuss a request from funeral homes. If you, there's a letter that was written to us from Barrow's Funeral Home, And,
Has this been a problem on who pays for it in the past?
well, it hasn't been a problem because the funeral homes have just taken care of it and not asked us to give any assistance. Now, if they pick someone up, a deceased person up, bring them to their funeral home, and they then have a funeral service there, they include all those fees. But the issue is if a JP calls a funeral home to pick a body up, they take it to their funeral home, and then somebody else comes and gets the body and takes it away for a funeral. Well, they've spent all that time and trouble to go pick it up, bring it to their funeral home, and then they get nothing for that.
Have we paid them to carry them to Dallas for an autopsy?
Yes, that's different. We pay them for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just the unattended deaths that they don't, then have the funeral services at their funeral home that they're asking some help with.
Not that many, is it?
It's not that many, no. It says most funeral homes in our area charge $275 to $375 for removal, and then for the bag if they have to go for an autopsy. But they're asking that we would budget something for those that they do go pick up, whatever time of the day or night, and then ends up that the funeral's not there and they have to absorb that expense because they don't, they have to call somebody in, whoever that might be, it might be them, but to go pick them up and bring them to their funeral home and then. It says in his opinion that whoever calls the funeral home to make a removal should be liable for the expense of the removal. In an unattended situation, it is always some governmental entity. But
I think we should pay them if they can pick somebody up.
I do
It's
too.
just my opinion. I mean, they're out there time and they're.
Are they going to charge the funeral home that comes gets them to see if they get paid before they bill us? Because the way this reads is sometimes they get paid and sometimes they don't.
Yes, and I would,
That's only if they can't pass it on.
yes,
Only.
yes, if they cannot pass it on. Now,
Would it need to be some kind of budget item, we can't just pay them out of slush fund?
I thought we'd pay it out of road and bridge.
What number is that, Karen?
Pay them out of 86, pay them out of 86.
Is it 86 or 94?
Yeah.
Either one, just some,
I know Golden Bridge is out, it's barred from there.
well, y'all might volunteer, but since you haven't volunteered, we can fit this within something, because it is not gonna be a very large expense.
Wouldn't that fall under just like we pay for autopsy?
Well, and to transport the same line item that we do
Yes.
autopsy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that'd fall right in line with that.
Yeah. I would, so I guess the motion would be,
We need to figure out an amount, don't we?
yes, and to put if you cannot pass that fee on,
Right.
yeah, which I surely would
If
trust
they're
them
unable
to
to
say
collect-
that.
If
Yes.
they're unable to collect the fee from any other party. and
Yes,
we-
yes,
And we
then we
are the
would be.
ones that ask them to come pick it up.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Yes.
where
We need that language.
we'll take responsibility. If they're unable to collect that fee from anybody else, we will, if that, I don't know how
That
it
could,
will work.
that could be the first part of the motion,
Yeah,
and then that we would reimburse them. $250, $275 that they have here,
I like 275.
$275.
And we would like to have something our backup sign for the
They gave that
JP.
to us, you know.
They always do,
The
but for sure for
JP
that
The
too, yeah.
JP signed something showing that they picked them up.
Requested that, yes.
And then, and since they've been doing it for nothing, I would think they'll be very appreciative and certainly will follow
Yes.
policies that we have in place already. I feel good about that. All right, is that your motion?
My motion is that we will pay $275 if they are unable to collect from any other party
From a
involved.
receiving funeral home or the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Right.
Motion carries. Any, comments from commissioners' court? Members?
We all got the deal from a Pleasant District. Do we need to, is that, there's just one for us to all sign, right? About the board members or whatever.
I haven't
Y'all
seen
got
it.
one?
I got one.
I got one.
I got one.
It's due in December. It's due in December.
Okay. I just laid on my desk and it looked like there's just one official one to sign from us.
I think we've always done it as a county,
Yes,
as a
we'll have
county.
it, we'll have it on the agenda.
Okay, I just
Yes, thank you.
didn't know whether it jumped
I don't
in.
think, yeah, I said, I don't think we need to fill it out and send it back in
No.
individually.
No.
Yeah, it looked like, looking at it, it was, that's cool.
I've been working with this, I've been working with Texas Parks and, Texas Department of Transportation on these bridges that they're gonna build on 27. I have several people that have concerns because the Wharton School Districts comes all the way across the thing to pick up kids. And if they close the road down, they're gonna have to go way around, you know? And I know that when they're on I-45, when they have a wreck on I-45, they deter people off on 80, they come through Curvin, you go down that road, and they also deter them off of the interstate on 246, and they come down through there, so there's a stick, I mean, it's just like I-45 when they deter them off. So I'm very concerned for my precinct that they're gonna close the road down, because the EMS from here covers.
Yeah, emergency,
Has to
yeah.
cover,
Emergency.
has to cross that creek, and there's gonna be two of them, so.
Have they said what plan they have
Yes, ma'am.
to
They
either
sent it
divert it?
to each one of us,
Yeah.
but they're gonna completely close the road down, so you'll have to have an alternate route on two bridges, and it's gonna
I
start.
feel like they should be able to leave one lane open.
Yeah, have a
If
temporary,
outside,
have a temporary
Or
summer.
temporary go
They have
around.
done temporary before,
Yes.
so that the bridge part may be closed down, but, you know, they go around.
Right.
And that would be what we'd ask them to do, I
Yeah.
think.
And it's gonna start in the fall of 2023 on Caney Creek. And it's gonna last until the fall of 2025, when they do the one on Grindstone.
No, that's, yeah, that's.
So that's,
It needs to be a
They
workaround.
need to have a.
I agree, but I mean, here, you can read this.
All right? Do we want to
We
contact
may
them?
want to, as a commissioner's court, we may want to, and I talked to him this morning, I talked to the Carlos this morning, and discussed it some more. He said he'd look at options, but I think we need to take action now.
Yes.
As an official group to try to.
Yeah, they need to have that planned in there, bid and everything. They need to have that covered whenever they get it out.
I mean, it's just, it's just.
All right, just
my
ask
opinion.
your Mr. McSween.
Yeah, I give him mine.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Here, you got that.
They sent me one, and
Are you want me to keep mine then?
yeah, you keep it. I don't go to the post office very often, so it only stayed there for,
That's been 2 weeks ago.
no, but it only stayed there 17 or 18 days, and they sent it back, so I asked them to send me a dog.
August 2nd, yeah. I'll just keep it too.
When you go to the post office, no, you better not say that, Thank you.
Anything else? Not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion with you.
Second.
Okay.